The Lost Library of Alexandria, the greatest tragedy of human knowledge. Long before modern universities, before Google, before books were printed, and before science was broken into subjects, there existed a place so extraordinary that people walked across deserts, sailed across oceans, and spent their entire lives just to reach it. This place was not a kingdom, not a palace, not a holy temple. It was the great library of Alexandria, the most ambitious center of knowledge the ancient world had ever seen. And then it vanished. Not in a single night. Not in one fire. Not by one invader. But slowly, painfully, over centuries. Until the greatest treasure of human civilization dissolved into dust. This is the full story of how the brightest light in human history was extinguished. 1. The birth of a city unlike any other. In 331 BCE, a young conqueror named Alexander the Great marched across Egypt. He had conquered land stretching from Greece to India, but in Egypt he wanted to build something far more permanent than an empire. He wanted to build a city that would stand as a symbol of knowledge, culture, and enlightenment. So he created Alexandria, a coastal city near the Mediterranean Sea. He didn't live long enough to see what Alexandria would become. But the foundations he laid turned into something the world had never imagined. Alexandria grew fast. Its streets were wide and clean. Its buildings glowed white in the sun. Its ports became the busiest in the world. Merchants, travelers, philosophers, and explorers, everyone came to Alexandria. But what truly made the city legendary was not its beauty, or its trade, or even its wealth. It was something hidden deep within its heart. 2. A library with the world as its mission. The Great Library of Alexandria was not built simply to store books. Its purpose was far more ambitious. To collect every piece of knowledge in the entire world. Its design was breathtaking: tall pillars, marble floors, golden lamps, smooth papyrus shelves, and rooms filled with soft sunlight. Inside were countless scrolls containing mathematics, astronomy, engineering, literature, medicine, geography, philosophy, religious texts, poetry, political theory, ship's logs, ancient myths. Some historians estimate the library contained at least 400,000 scrolls. Others claim it might have reached 700,000, more books than most modern libraries. And the library had rules. Strict rules. Every ship that entered Alexandria's harbor was searched. Every scroll, journal, or book found on board was taken to the library. Scholars copied it by hand. The copy was given back to the owners. The original stayed in Alexandria forever. This was not a place where knowledge lived. It was a place where knowledge was captured. Imagine walking through its halls. Philosophers debating loudly. Scientists experimenting with strange instruments. Mathematicians drawing shapes on wax tablets. Doctors learning anatomy from ancient texts. Poets reciting their work to crowds of thinkers. For centuries, the world's greatest minds gathered here. Euclid, the father of geometry. Archimedes, the greatest mathematician. Eratosthenes, who measured the Earth's circumference. Herophilus, the pioneer of anatomy. Hipparchus, the founder of trigonometry. The library was not simply a building. It was the brain of the ancient world. If the ancient world had a Google, a NASA, a Harvard, and a Wikipedia, all combined into one place, it was the Library of Alexandria. 3. The Golden Age, knowledge at its peak. For centuries, Alexandria became the center of global learning. People came from Asia, Africa, Europe, Persia, India, and even beyond. Some came to trade knowledge. Some came to teach. Some came just to witness this miracle of civilization. And inside the library, scholars did not simply read, they created. They wrote new theories on astronomy. They discovered new medicines. They calculated distances between stars. They translated ancient languages. They rewrote entire histories. One scholar, Eratosthenes, used only a stick, shadows, and mathematics to measure the Earth's circumference. And he got astonishingly close to the actual number. Another scholar, Heron, invented a primitive steam engine nearly 2,000 years before modern ones. The world was changing inside those walls. Humanity was evolving. But nothing lasts forever. And the brighter the fire, the greater the shadow it casts. 4. The first fire, Julius Caesar's War, 48 BCE. In 48 BCE, the Roman general Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria during a civil war. His enemies trapped him near the harbor, and he ordered his men to burn the Egyptian fleet to prevent capture. But fire does not obey orders. The flames spread. Winds carried sparks toward the city. Warehouses, storage buildings, and docks caught fire. Some ancient sources claim the fire reached the library's outer buildings. Some say scrolls kept in warehouses were destroyed. Others say only a portion of the library's collections were damaged. But one thing is certain. Knowledge was lost. How much? We will never know. The library survived the fire. But it was no longer untouched. A wound had opened. 5. Decline, slow, silent, and deadly. Many people believe the library burned down in a single dramatic night. But the reality is far sadder. The Library of Alexandria died slowly. It was a death of neglect, not just fire. As new rulers came, their priorities changed. Some supported scholars. Some ignored them. Some banned funding. Some banned certain studies. Some even removed texts they disagreed with. The once living heart of knowledge began to decay. Scrolls rotted from humidity. Insects ate papyrus. Dust covered shelves. Scholars left the city. Political instability scared visitors. Religious tensions grew. The library, the greatest dream of ancient civilization, was beginning to fade. Not in flames, but in silence. 6. Fanaticism, the final blow, 391 CE. By the 4th century CE, the Roman Empire had changed dramatically. Christianity had become the state religion. In 391 CE, Emperor Theodosius I ordered all pagan temples to be closed. One of these temples was the Serapeum, a grand building in Alexandria that housed a major branch of the library. Tensions exploded. A violent mob attacked the temple. Statues were smashed. Books and scrolls were torn apart. Sacred rooms were destroyed. Many historians believe this event marked the final destruction of the library's last remaining collection. Whether everything was lost that day is still debated. But what is clear is that Alexandria's era of knowledge had ended. And with it, humanity stepped into a darkness that lasted centuries. 7. What we lost, the knowledge that never returned. The burning of the Library of Alexandria is not just the loss of scrolls. It is the loss of cures for diseases, maps of ancient worlds, scientific theories far ahead of their time, histories of civilizations now forgotten, discoveries that could have changed the world, inventions that might have come 1,000 years earlier. Imagine if Heron's steam engine had been developed. Humanity might have entered the industrial age in the 1st century. Imagine if medical knowledge had survived. Centuries of suffering could have been avoided. Imagine if astronomy texts had continued. Space exploration might have begun centuries earlier. We did not lose a building. We lost a future that never happened. 8. The mystery, did the library truly burn? Even today, scholars argue. Was it Caesar? Was it Theodosius? Was it invading armies? Was it centuries of decay? Was it political negligence? Or was it all of these? The truth is that the library did not die one death. It died many. Some scrolls burned. Some were stolen. Some decayed. Some were hidden. Some were destroyed by fanatics. Some simply disappeared. The tragedy is not that the library was destroyed once, but that it was destroyed again and again, piece by piece, until nothing remained. Today, archaeologists believe some parts of the library may still lie buried under modern Alexandria, or underwater in the Mediterranean Sea. Waiting. Silent. Lost. 9. The legacy, a fire that still burns in us. Even though the library vanished, its spirit never died. Every modern library, every research lab, every university, every museum, every scientist, every historian. All are fragments of Alexandria. The dream of gathering all knowledge in one place never faded. Humanity remembers. We build. We explore. We ask. We learn. And perhaps this is the greatest legacy of the Library of Alexandria. It taught us that knowledge is the most powerful force in the world. And the most fragile.